Hi, good morning. It's Jeffrey Cohen, March 8th. Beware falling stocks. Wow, what an exciting name for a video. And the reason that I'm calling it this, let's be honest, is we're getting a lot of people that are asking us, hey Jeff, what about this stock? Or what about that stock? Or all these stocks are falling, right? So is it time to get in? Is it time to buy, right? And truthfully, I don't think so. I don't think it's time to buy. And so the question is, what's going on? So let's take a look at some of the stocks that we've been following that are in a downward trajectory. These are dogs. These are stocks that have economic issues. Maybe they had a bad quarter. Maybe management admitted we're in trouble. Or maybe they're just being sold off for whatever reason. We don't understand why. People just want to sell them. So it's a cold winter out there. And it's a quantum winter. It's a winter for companies that can't seem to make a profit. And so beware falling stocks. Now the question is now the time to get rich? Hey, buy up all them cheap stocks, right? It's like getting $1 for 50 cents. And the issue that I have is I believe that with interest rates continuing to rise and the economy potentially continuing to soften, 50 cents may be a bargain for $1 stock, but it might be 25 cents in the future. So, do you wait? Do you pay 25 cents? Sure. Sure you do if you think the market has asymmetric risk. So let's take a look at some of these stocks. And I don't even know how they're doing today. Market's open 6.5 minutes. Let's look. So, we looked at our model, and the model has lots of stocks that are down. So we could go in an organized way and say, let's look for high volume stocks. So these are stocks that have traded 350% or more, up to 4,556% of last year's average trading volume. So these are hot stocks, highly traded stocks. Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers has traded 500% of last year. We can also look for stocks that have fallen. These are stocks that have fallen. Every one of these 50 stocks has fallen at least 75% over the last year when compared to the average price of last year, including the last day. So they're down dramatically, significantly. Oh my God, they're just crashing and it's terrible. Tattooed Chef, Gossamer Bio, Arctic Quantum, Rigetti Quantum Computing, Bed Bath & Beyond. So there's lots of downtrodden stocks. So we could look at that, but in fact, we're just going to look at what we know. We have a bunch of stocks that we've been looking at, and we're just going to take a look. Right? So the first thing we'll look at is Constellation Brands. Now, Constellation Brands is the leptokurtic stock. It has the ability to really surprise. Look at those moves. Right? And so question is, it sure looks like it's on a downward trajectory when you look at it. Straight, and then it's coming down. And it's coming down and it doesn't seem to be moving away. So if we were to look at volume, you can see it peaked, 4 million shares traded, and now it's down in lower volume again. So who knows? Not a lot of movement. First Horizon Corp is extraordinarily leptokurtic. Look at that. This thing was $25, now it's 21. What happened to it? What happened to First Horizon Corp and why did it crash? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be crashing today though, which is interesting. Let's get rid of those. So I don't know, what do I have open even? I mean, there's always a risk, right? I'm going to be showing you lots of stuff that's open here and maybe it's not such a good move. We look at the S&P 500. These are all delayed quotes, so you're not going to get much in terms of real-time feed. I'm not using my real-time data sources. I'm just looking generally. Market's down a tiny bit. CBS, flat. DXC, flat. Now what's interesting is Freeport McMoran is up. Cleveland Cliffs is up slightly. Verizon continues to fall. So Verizon was a stock that we bet on, we were bullish on before interest rates rose. And God, did we lose a lot of money on Verizon. But Verizon now continues to drop. Because let's be honest, a 5 or 6% dividend yield feels great until your risk-free rate of return is 5%. And then why do you want a crappy cell phone company? I don't know. Hormel's at $40. Hormel Chili Foods, Purdue, Planters Peanuts. Looks like it's taken a little pause today, but that stock has been down because they had bad earnings. They made a big mistake in the operation of their business, and it took 10 to 12.5% off their market value. Okay, ATI Physical Therapy. It's a company we love, but at 33 cents, it's I don't know if it's a bargain yet, but it's not moving. So you see Credit Suisse up 0.5 cent. So these stocks are not really moving. Yellow is down 2.5 cents. Qubits, D-Wave Systems is down 1.5 cents. Summit Midstream is up at $19. That looks like it's making a comeback, making a recovery. Corbis is up 15 cents, but I wouldn't bet on that. So look at the banking stocks, and the banking stocks aren't moving. So there's a question here. If the market is risk off and you should back up the truck, the question is, where's the market trading? So if we look at negative beta stocks, they're like half up, half down. So the market's pretty flat. It's pretty flat. Not really moving much. High beta? Well, this should make you nervous. High beta stocks, which everyone knows in the biz who the high beta stocks are, because it's not that hard to run a model. Yeah, they're down. So people are betting against or dumping high beta stocks. Low beta stocks, risk off stocks. What's interesting is it's mixed. In and out. We look at our chips and semiconductors, which is a normally a high beta, very risky situation there. And you can see there, they're up. So chips are up. Let's see if raw economy's up. How about steel and other miners? This is a global list, by the way. You can see it's up. So people might be betting on a recovery in our economy, but they just don't feel like betting on stocks. Retail. How are we doing on retail? This is generally speaking a market cap weighted list, although not perfectly. I'm going to sort it. And you can see that the high market cap retailers are mixed. Actually, all retail is mixed. It's mostly lower. So it's a pretty sad market today. If we look at our trucking and transport, where we follow yellow. Yellow's down 1%. It's not much. So nothing's really moving, what I would say. The market has decided to take a pause. It is truly risk off. It's truly risk off. Oh no, that's going to break it. Boom, close it. Pressed on the wrong button there. It's going to break it. All right, we can look at our tweets and we can see, is there anything going on in our Twitter world? So looks like there's some nice text messages or emails on Corbis. I don't know, not much going on. All right. If we look at our banks, I do like to track the banks. Haven't traded on the banks in a while. Actually made a good profit on a bank trade a while ago. So you see the dollar is flat. Long bond is up, which means the yield on the long bond is down. So interesting. I would have thought interest rates were going up. You see 4.85 on the short 13-week, 4.93 on the 2-year, but on the 10-year you're down below 4% again. You're at 3.9, which means you're over 1% increase if you put your money away for 2 years and if you put it away for 10 years. The banks are moving lower. Banks are lower. So not a lot going on. Market's pretty flat. Market's boring. I might as well work on my website today because I'm just not seeing a lot of action. 13-week Treasury at 4.85 means that our model risk-free rate of return will go up, as will most models, and that's going to be negative for stocks. But you can see like the 1-month Treasury is down. So for some reason, the 13-week must have a lot of focus on it. The 1-year Treasury, if you're willing to put your money away for a year, you can earn 5.25%, free of state and local taxes. That is not bad. Okay, so Hormel continues to trade slightly lower. It's so interesting. I like Hormel as a buy. I just don't know if it's going to keep falling because maybe it takes them more than a quarter to fix their operational problems. And I see Verizon is down. But, interest rates aren't really falling. And so the question, or aren't really rising. So the question is, what's going on with the market, right? I don't know. I would say, Credit Suisse is the other one we like to track. Credit Suisse has a really asymmetric risk profile. It risks significant bankruptcy. A significant move into bankruptcy. Now, on the upside, the stock could be 10 times higher. But the Swiss regulators earlier this week or late last week came in and said that these guys made some mistakes, and they're going to undergo additional Swiss regulation. That can't be helpful. $2.90 a share for Credit Suisse. I never thought I would see the day. Silvergate. The bank to the Bitcoin miners is down under $5. Wow. That thing's really low. Doesn't mean it can't go to zero, right? So what else is trading? What else is interesting? Cannabis and tobacco. There's been some real moves in and out of cannabis. Steel and miners, Alcoa, U.S. Steel. Not a lot of movements. Computers, chips, our B2B sector. AT&T's down 1%. Verizon's down almost 1%. I don't know what I'm seeing here. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing that I should work on some other stuff because... And then what's interesting is the semiconductors are up. So something must have happened with semiconductors. Trucking is mixed. Trucking and transport, which includes trains. Coal, tiny moves. So it is a risk-off day in the market. It's a day to hide, to go into diversified portfolios. Unless, of course, you're in Summit Midstream and then, wow, look at this. You're doing great. Doing really great. Summit Midstream, limited partners. We were holders of the stock for a long time. I like it. I just haven't done my homework and caught up on how they're doing, but I probably should. Corbis continues to fall. I own Corbis just for information purposes, so I hope it goes up. Not holding out too much hope. Verizon just continues to be weak. We talked about treasuries. We talked about how interest rates are rising. Talked about First Horizon. Talked about Constellation Brands. What else do I have open here? No, that's all. That's so I don't have a lot. So let's go take a step back. Where are the market moves? Let's look at the Cohen top page, which is an awesome top page, by the way. We're looking at it over the day. You see that it's kind of flat, right around zero. You can see consumer discretionary is down, energy's up. So it's a good energy day. All of a sudden it's dropping while we're sitting here talking to you. It's dropping, it's dropping, it's dropping. Consumer discretionary. But where is it dropping? The Dow Jones. Let's put the Russell up here. Take out the Dow. So you can see the market has made a turn for the worse. No, and it comes back. See, it's not really moving. You can see the currencies all lower. Dollar stronger. Oil at 76.65 is down 1%. Natural gas is down almost 5% to $2.50. Doesn't surprise me. Natural gas never trades that high. Natural gas is normally thrown away. It's vented. So it costs money to actually build pipelines to carry it and do all the connections and stuff. Yeah, the market's falling while we're watching. What the hell's going on? It's the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ and the S&P 500. It's consumer discretionaries. Market's falling. So I don't know why. Let's take a look. Let's get another view, a simplified view. FinViz, look at that drop. And we'll see if we can see it in the matrix here. One day performance full. Let's see what we find. I see consumer cyclicals are down. All right. No surprise. Internet retail, automotive, restaurants, travel, auto parts. What's this little sector here? Oh, solar is down. I guess the sun isn't shining on the solar industry. Okay, that wasn't that funny. I'm sorry. Anything major news? I don't know what Stitch Fix is. Tesla's down 3%. It's interesting. Roku's down, but I don't really care about Roku. All right. Checking in again. You see consumer discretionaries are down a full percent. Comms are down. Healthcare's down. It says something here about 2-year treasury yields are consolidating. I like this view. Lumen is down to $3. That's a stock that's worth looking at. It keeps crashing. It may crash to zero. Silvergate. But Lumen actually has a good business. That's what I worry about. These are stocks with reasonably solid businesses. Put it into holdings. Silvergate. By the way, holdings isn't that I own it. Holdings is just stocks that I want to follow because they're moving somewhat aggressively. D-Wave is down. That's so disappointing. I'm still running my test on D-Wave to do a little due diligence. If we look at the 2-year, it actually isn't consolidating to 5%. The 2-year is showing 4.9%, and the 10-year is showing 3.9%. It's the 13-week treasury that's really moving. Banks have actually kind of recovered. First United Corp. Money managers, pretty flat. Pretty flat for the most part. B. Riley is down, but that's it's a little risky there. Steel and miners. Alcoa's up. Cleveland Cliffs is up. Steel Dynamics is down a little. ArcelorMittal is up. U.S. Steel is flat. On the large computer tech stocks, not a lot of moves. I mean, the big move is like Verizon and AT&T falling. Retail, ooh, big move for Etsy. I guess the artsy fartsy stuff isn't selling. Who knows? Wayfair. And then again, semiconductors is solid green. I have no idea why, but trucking and transport is down. Coal is mixed to lower. Always interesting. All right, so far nothing more to look at here, right? Consumer cyclicals is down. See the market's taking a crap to 39.75. Look at that, it went down and it came back up. It's okay. It's a market that I almost feel like it's shaking out with daily moves. It's not now consumer discretionary is still down and energy is still up, but on the whole, the market is not down. The market is flat. So when we say risk off, what we really mean is if you put your money in individual stocks, the risk right now is higher than the return. And none of the stocks that we're following are really crashing. They're really not. This is not a terrible, sad market. This is actually just a flat-ish market. Now, Silvergate continues to fall. That's fine. And D-Wave continues to fall. Nothing else really moving. So let's go cheat a little bit. Let's look at the most actives for Yahoo Finance. Wow, it's not showing. Let's look at down intraday. All right, we broke the internet. We broke the internet. We may have broke the internet. Trending tickers. Here we go. United Natural Foods. It's actually out of Illinois. It's not a bad company. And it's down to $29. Take a look at that. That's interesting. Tesla's at 180. It's not a discount, guys. Nikola. Oh my God, I remember when this thing was like $15 a share. It's down to $1.88. Now what's up? I don't know half these companies. I don't know most of these companies. But Helba has been down a lot. And that's somehow making a little bit of a recovery there. So we want trending tickers. How about most actives? There we go. Banco Bradesco. Brazil's bank. That's worth a look. That's really a bet on Brazil as much as anything else. And then you see Occidental Peat, right? U.S. Energy company. Snap is up, down. Snap is down. Snap is one of those that we were shorting for a while until last year. Again, not a lot of moves. It's interesting. Up or down. Not a lot. But United Natural Foods, we had to look at. This is actually a good, solid business. Last we looked. We haven't looked in a while. Nikola. Put these under holdings. I just want to track these a little bit. Banco Bradesco. And there's Banco Itaú is another one that's like that. Let's take a look at Itaú. Yeah, that's up too. It's interesting, right? Because these are and the other one is it's not PBR. It could be PBR. Yeah. Brazil's petroleum company pays a very nice dividend, and the government keeps asking, so why are you doing that? Vale is probably in the same boat. Yeah, we'll take a look. All right, well, that's about it. I want to thank you for watching. There's no news. So I just did a whole video about stocks that are moving like crazy, and then I realized not a lot's moving like crazy. I mean, Lumen is interesting. Lumen, we got to find out what's going on with that. I thought they had long-term contracts. I thought Lumen was safe. May not be safe. May not be safe. I don't know. Who are the top losers today? Don't really know them. There's some meme stocks in there, but nothing really happening. So if we go back to the picture, big picture on the market, you see energy looks strong. Energy strong. Biotech is very weak because as interest rates rise. The fact that biotech pays out later means it pays out less on a net present value basis. Drugs are down. Maybe the government's going after them again, making them lower prices. Communication services are lower. You know, there's that big lawsuit about how companies may have to be responsible, not just public utilities. Auto is mixed, but consumer cyclical's down. The consumer is not spending in internet retail. That must be what the story is, but I'm not sure I buy that. Travel's lower. Okay. Hard to know. Hard to know where we're at. Real estate looks strong. All right, I want to thank you for watching. By the way, I'm going to show you my website now. So if you made it this far, we are U.S. Advanced Computing Infrastructures, Inc. We are technology consultants, and we're very good at consulting. And we're registered investment advisors right here in Highland Park, Illinois. We offer different services. We can help you understand the stock market better. We sell prepackaged things that we can help you with. We offer professional services. And we give away for free all this market information. As an example, hey Jeff, what are the leptokurtic stocks? Well, we updated it with market close information on March 3rd. Here's the list, and here's the values, and here's the specific values. And like First Horizon has a kurtosis score of 50. 3 is normal, is a normal distribution. So 50 is like insanely crazy. And we looked at First Horizon, and First Horizon, FHN, was crazy. I'll show you what I mean. Look at that drop. That drop, unless it was a stock split, it's crazy. Oh, look at that. It went up. It dropped fast. Went up fast. Went up fast. Dropped fast. It's leptokurtic. It moves really fast. It moves aggressively. Multiple standard deviation moves fast. So if you're just looking for First Horizon and you're like, oh yeah, price to book at 1.6, looks pretty safe to me, Jeffrey. If anything, maybe a little overpriced. I like a price to book of 1. $11 billion market cap. It's not a small bank. It pays a nice dividend. It's down. It's down. You know, 5 million shares average volume, but it only traded 500,000 shares. All right. Jeff, I'm in. I'm in, man. I'm in. Oh, this is great. Elevated implied volatility. Of course it is, because it's leptokurtic. Low variance and leptokurtic. So, I don't know. Why did it drop? Don't know. But it did. So there you go. So that's the kind of thing you're looking at, right? And so we'll give you all this info. We'll talk you through it if you'd like. I mean, we're paid to do this. It's nice. And we give you a bunch of free info if you want to do it on your own. But if you want help, I'd be glad to help you. And we do run managed accounts. We do not have a lot of clients, but we'll help. We will leverage our chicagoquantum net score. We will leverage the run that we do. Which has stocks in it, which has portfolios in it, and we try to emulate this portfolio because it gives you an edge over the market. And it has lots of interesting stocks that you might like, right? Anything from AppV to Google to Honeywell to Lazy Boy to Microsoft. European Wax Center dropped out. Starbucks, Rocket Mortgage. Stocks that you might not normally jump into. And it helps, right? So you can keep that edge on the market. And then we hedge it against downside risk in the S&P 500. So that helps. U.S. Advanced Computing. Hey, good luck today. Good luck in the market. Bye-bye.